Are you noticing a distinctive change in behavior around the people that used to be your friends?
Are you getting a cold shoulder? Or maybe your phone calls aren't being returned?
Maybe you're not getting invited to places and you're finding out after the fact that everybody else was?
Well, if these things are happening to you, it's very possible you could be the victim of a smear campaign.
And a smear campaign is extremely hurtful and harmful, especially to the victim who has no idea what's going on. So if there's a distinct change in behavior toward people that you thought were your friends, or maybe they were couples friends, then I would start looking out for yourself, because suffering in silence only makes it worse because there's nobody that has your back. So if somebody is your true friend, they're going to tell you what's going on. But if they are couples friends and they don't want to rock the boat, guess who they're going to believe? The person that's out there spreading the lies about you. And this could be, maybe you're having problems. Maybe you've said something to someone, or maybe they're afraid you are going to say something to someone. They want to get their story, the lie, out in front of yours. The worst thing I did was suffer in silence. I had no idea why I wasn't being asked to brunch after church with our group. I didn't understand why people didn't want to be on the volunteer team with me anymore. And I was going through such trauma with my ex, going through this divorce. It never occurred to me that he was spreading vicious lies about me to our church group. It was extremely character defaming to me, and I had to file a lawsuit against him. John's was just as bad.
Right. Mine told all my friends and family that I was physically abusing her, and that's why we were getting a divorce, which was absolutely not the case. But I didn't know about it until months after it happened. And that was just through an accident that someone said something about it. So you have to be very, very careful. In fact, Melissa and I are going to share some tips with you on exactly how to deal with a smear campaign once you realize that you're in it.
Yes. So marked change of behavior with people that normally you're close to, being ostracized basically from the group. I can promise you that's going on. And Lord knows what they're being told about you. Don't suffer in silence. You have to tell your closest friends. Now make sure you trust these people. They need to know what you're going through, because when a smear campaign starts, they will have your back. They'll be able to defend you and possibly set the story straight before it gets out of control and starts spreading wildly. Now, one thing for sure is, if you are a victim of a smear campaign, don't retaliate. If you retaliate out of anger and start throwing mud yourself, it only makes you look bad. So you're going to have a calm, level head. Now, you can go private on all your social media, so your narc can't tag you on anything, so your business stays on your page. But you have to have everything go private, and then you can monitor what's going on your own page and what's being said about you, because they can't tag you if your social media is private. Now, if it gets to the point where it's detrimental, where it's hurting your reputation at work, maybe at school, your children are now suffering like mine did, then you may have to seek legal help. I did, because it was so vicious. My son was losing friends over it. So I won't go into it. It's too triggering for me, but there are things that you can do to combat it. But staying silent, suffering in silence, saying nothing is only going to make it worse for you. So you do have to take action on this.
Right. Remember, be proactive, not reactive in these types of situations. Always the best way. Now, if you're still struggling with how to deal with the smear campaign or how to get through it, we're here for you. So just set up a call with either one of us, and we'll be happy to coach you through the exact steps on how to defeat a smear campaign.
Absolutely. Your reputation depends on it, and so does your life and your happiness. So make sure you take action if this is happening to you.